Hi guys, Brain here, and welcome to another commentary video. Today we're going to be talking about the biggest problem I have with the new MMR, the skill-based matchmaking, and it's a problem that actually existed in the old skill-based matchmaking that has kind of carried over, and I'm upset that, it's still here even after the update. It's probably not going to be the one you think about, so stay tuned as we talk about it right now. The biggest problem with the MMR for me is the soft cap. Now, if you don't know how this works, if you don't know what's going on with the soft cap, it's that there is you start at like 1100. Like you start around 1100 as like your matchmaking rating, which is hidden from you. And based on whether you escape or live or how many people you kill on the killer side of things, your points go up or your points go down. You get awarded more points against harder survivors and vice versa, and you get less for like easier survivors. So you go up and down based upon that, but the soft cap where you kind of start like faltering off and not really leveling up anymore in terms of your MMR is 1900. The magical number is 1900. That's when you really stop leveling up really. So the problem with this is that this is a problem that existed in the old MMR. It was my least favorite thing about the old skill-based, or not skill-based, the old matchmaking that existed. The old matchmaking that existed was rank 1 was a super oversaturated rank, and that's how we used to determine matchmaking, was through the ranks. Rank 1 used to be a super oversaturated rank. I would have friends that were hitting rank 1 at 300 hours, but obviously the people who are also rank 1 are like Otts, Bronx, Scott Jund, like big people who've been playing this game for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of hours. So you're gonna sit here and you're gonna tell me that my friend that just reached rank 1 at 300 hours is the same skill and prowess as like Otts Darva or Scott Jund. You're gonna tell me that. No, of course it's obviously not true. But by the way of the old rank system, they were put together anyway, right? So like people that, had 300 hours would be facing people with like 4,000, 5,000 hours. And I know asterisks, hours doesn't always mean skill, but typically if you played the game longer, you have a better idea of what's going on. So keep that in mind. So you run into this situation. You were running into the situation where either you were squashing them and they weren't having fun, or they were squashing you and you weren't having fun. It was very unfriendly as a matchmaking experience. And that was kind of like the main thing, at least for me and a lot of people I know, is like why they wanted better matchmaking in general. But the problem with that was that, they had to completely make a new system, and that's what they did. And now we have the same problem, because if we're soft capping, like really hard soft capping, hard soft capping at 1900, and most people hit 1900 and barely go above it, how do we not have the exact same issue? In theory, don't we have the exact same issue here now as well, where it's like, oh, well, everybody's hovering around 1900, so aren't you theoretically still facing much better or much worse players that are just all hanging around 1900? They just happen to hit that cap already, and you just kind of hang out near that cap. So aren't we like theoretically just like all hanging around that cap if we get there at a certain point? And aren't we also there with the big shots like Otts Darva and Scott Jund, and even though we are not on the skill and caliber that these people are? Like, and I feel like that's like that is like, we have the same problem again. Like, I don't know how else to phrase it. Like, we are in the same spot that we were in back then. We have the exact same issue that we had back then, where we are going to be ranked with people that are either really, really good or really, really bad, especially considering that the only thing the skill-based matchmaking accounts for is low rank, or not low rank, but escaping versus living and kills you get. That's it. So living doesn't always necessarily mean you're the best player. If anything, it's the more skilled players that are going for the risky saves, going for like the flashlight saves and getting found. Basically, the players who do better are more willing to sacrifice themselves for the 4v1W instead of just the 1v1W. So, but those players are going down, but those other players are going up, which is why you're seeing a lot of people who are like kind of in the middling rank in hours who are like super happy about skill-based matchmaking, because the players that are good are not living and that's the only thing it counts for. So we're gonna end up in this situation again, which we had with the old matchmaking system, where like it's just gonna be getting rolled or rolling people. I will say that just in my personal experience, I've gotten a lot of more back and forth matches, but it's not gonna stay that way. The more I win, the more I'm gonna slowly go up. So we're all gonna get to this point again that we had with the last system, where we're not having fair ranked matches because we're being matched with people who have way more experience than us because there's a soft cap. So we have that rank 1 problem that we had in the old matchmaking system all over again. And it's just like, I guess there's no point in whining about it, I guess, because like it's the same, so it's like what we're used to in theory. Right? But like I don't know, it's just they spent 2 years on this, and people, I was talking about this on Twitter too, is like, irregardless of the idea that we know it does nothing, people are treating it like it does something, so therefore the matches are more miserable. So now we have the same problem we did last time, but now the matches are more miserable, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about briefly how, not to doomsayer here, but like we're gonna end up in a pretty perilous situation here soon. If not, a lot of people are already there with the same problem we had when we were rank 1 and rank 1 was oversaturated. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening to me rant about things. If you like hearing me rant about things, like the video, that way other people can hear me rant about things. And also Subaroni, because I upload daily and the YouTube algorithm does not like people who are not big YouTubers, so sometimes it'll hide my videos from you even though I'm uploading daily. So if you sub, it's much more likely I'll show up. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you so much, and if I don't see you in the next video, I'll see you when I see you, friends. Goodbye.